I wasn't gonna start the recording this early in the game because I'm still doing my setup YouTube, but look at these assist settings. This is amazing. There are no difficulty options for control, so the fact that you can turn the assists on and give yourself like God mode or one-hit kills is fantastic. And all of these just help make the gameplay just easier. Energy, I believe, is like health, and damage reduction, obviously, is what it sounds like. And ammo recovery is what it sounds like. But the fact that you can turn these on, the fact that these are included is fantastic. I don't know if they turn off achievements, but the fact that they're there means that anyone can enjoy the game. I'll mess with all these if I need to, but you'll note at the bottom it says mute copyrighted music. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna risk the DMCA because the music in this game is phenomenal. I just need to turn everything down. You know, let's get it to 65 for music and effects. DMCA isn't that scary. I mean, you can have 3 strikes, and as far as I know, there are only 2 copyrighted songs in the entire game. And also they expire, obviously. But I like it when games include the mute copyrighted music. I don't like it when they include it and don't replace anything. Like, I believe if you mute the copyrighted music, it's replaced with something. I could be wrong. But for, like, Far Cry 6, if you turn on streamer mode, there's no sound in the... basically in the game, apart from the ambient soundtrack. Up the brightness, because that's just what you have to do when you're streaming. Definitely performance mode. 60 FPS with no ray tracing. Although I do only capture in 30 FPS. Motion blur off. Thank you very much. We'll try with film grain if it's excessive. I'll you know what? Just because I do only capture in 30 FPS, there's no reason not to try 30 FPS with the high graphical quality and ray tracing. If it becomes a problem, I'll turn it. I'll set it to a performance mode. Normal subtitles with the background, speaker names. I'll turn that on. I'll turn it off if it becomes annoying. Crosshair, ammo bar. I'll keep all of these on. Why not? Try default for now. Cool. Let's begin. Oh, whoops. Fuck DMC from guns.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Yeah, Guns, this is the Ultimate Edition. I got the last copy in the entire shop. So that's great. Yeah, happy Pride Wrath Month, by the way. Pride/Wrath Month, depending on how you feel about the whole situation. And I've never played Control before. It's my first playthrough. I watched the playthrough of the base game when it launched. I remember almost nothing about it, apart from the fact that I need to keep the sound on because the soundtrack's fantastic. Yeah.
Anyone here?
Actually, when I got the last copy of this in the shop, I also got the last copy of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire on console on Xbox in the shop. But as I am a huge fan of Remedy games, I was so excited to play this. This was originally a sub-goal, and then when they announced Alan Wake 2's release date, I was like, no, I need to play this before that, so I've played all the Remedy games up to this point in the shared universe. Please wait here. But what if... Thank you for being the stream's top cheerer so far. Your support means the world to me.
Pride Month we. Arabab 2 Pridem.
Yeah, that Pridem. Yay for physical media. Yeah, I also own Quantum Break on disc now, because when that was pulled from stores because of licensing, I was like, I'm just going to buy it physically because then they can't take it away from me. It actually came with a code for a download for Alan Wake on the Xbox 360. So if anyone wants to play Alan Wake on the 360 with all of the DLC, highly recommend it. Let me know and you can have the code. Obviously, there's a remastered version now. Hang on, I need to fix the webcam. There we go. Yeah, there's now a remastered Alan Wake, but yeah. Security check. Remove outerwear, empty pockets and remove metals. Place contents into bins. When directed by security staff, proceed through metal detection. Hey, question regarding outerwear. Does skin count as outer or innerwear or underwear? Because it keeps everything inside in, but it keeps everything outside out. So is it outerwear? Do I need to take my skin off? I will. Oh no. I've got metals on me. Prohibited items reminder. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, it's a hold to read it. Stick snack bat. Skin is your largest organ? It is, it is. Let me rip my skin off so we can find out. Please do. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons. Pages. Laptops. Smartwatches. Smartphones. Smart gaming devices. Anything smart. I guess I can't play the game then, chat. Game's over. I'm sorry. No, we're going back to the game. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber duck ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. The only smart decision I've made today, Ari, is to play this game. I did look for a collectible guide, but it turns out, because the game obviously highlights them to you, and the fact that there are something like 250, and you only need to get half of them for an achievement, there are no guides. So I'm just going to try to be thorough and just get as many as I possibly can. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. I should replay this. Guns, I promise you, if you start replaying it, you'll finish it before I do. because I'm here for the long haul. Oh, guns. To save me googling it, is there a best time to do the DLCs? Because I think they're available from the start. Or should I just wait until post game? Seek shelter. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. Sadly, I have to make a work call. I shall return. Okay, Harry. I won't be much further in. In my experience, if I remember correctly, they will naturally become available once appropriate. Oh, wonderful. I love it when games do that. Thank you. Our bureau at work. It's the janitor. Question. If the building is in lockdown, why is the front door open? I question the quality of these security procedures. Weird stuff. I'm going to chalk that up to weird stuff. Some of them are integrated, which is great. Others are post-game. Cool. I also hope that at some point there's some reference made to the fact that Jesse is played by... can't remember the character's name in Quantum Break, but they share an actor. So that'd be cool if that's lampshaded. Yeah, all the doors still unlocked. Director Zachariah Trench.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Okay, the fact that she spoke implies to me that that's the way I'm supposed to go. Always know where your first aid cabinet is, chat. Always know where your first aid is. You can't flush the toilet. Worst game of all time.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
I got ahead of myself. I thought that was a collectible I could read. So I pressed the read collectible button. That's on me. Expenditure summary. Executive Sector Q2. Major Staffing Surveillance. Redacted. Data Center Initiative. Construction. Redacted. Redacted. Minor. Office equipment. Janitorial costs. Redacted. Mold removal. HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Compiled by Federal Bureau of Control Accounting Department by order of Director Zachariah Trench. I like the fact the camera zooms out. Oh, look at sweet ray tracing, chat. Look at that ray tracing. I bet you're glad I only capture at 30 FPS, so I can get away with playing it at 30. And it seems smooth enough on the capture end. Ah, yes. Pistachios, potato chips, trail mix, pretzels, the best of all snacks. Redacted is going to be the most spoken words we're reading the document. Possibly. We'll find out. Federal Bureau of Control. Attention all redacted. Redacted, a shark in his redacted, although secure, redacted, permission to redacted, following basic protocol, redacted. Shoot to kill, redacted, good luck. Okay, I thought they would have collision, so I'd have to be pushed around the table. I didn't realize I'd walk over the table. His life is in your hands. Federal 2 executive sector staff from admin. Subject: R4 reports due soon. Hello. As you should all know by now, the R4 report. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request your R4.E from your supervisor. Form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. That's being unfair. The documents are rich and diverse. Besides redacted, we have data expunged, insufficient clearance. And fire. The trouble with having such high quality graphics, it's like, are these doors or just windows?
Hello?
Things pick up in here. That's a sweet hat, my dude. Right. Or to the janitor, I guess.
Hey, excuse me.
Or not. Be ignored by the janitor, I guess.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
I love... Yeah, Artie's singing was pretty good. Man, I'm getting non-intrusive ads at the bottom. I do not hate this. Hey, if Twitch do implement non-intrusive ads, I'm all for that. Like, obviously, I'll get the benefit of it, but... just... their current ads are kind of annoying. Artie has the voice of an angel, and... no one can tell me otherwise. Did he just respond to her in the monologue? Maybe. It's a Remedy game. Would that surprise anyone? Speaking of Remedy games, obviously I have played Alan Wake and Quantum Break on stream, so Alan Wake was more recent, but if you go to my YouTube channel, I do not walk through doors, you'll find Quantum Break there in its entirety. To be fair, Jesse, have you seen any other candidates for axe murder in the building? That's true. He's played other Remedy games. Definitely guns, definitely. Quantum Break is very, I guess, divisive. Like, I think you'll either like it or you won't because of its hook, but I loved it. And I'm a huge Alan Wake fan. Did I just loop around? You know, I think I did. That's the foyer, isn't it? It sure is. The mindfuck has already begun. Yep, it sure has. Excellent. Not even 20 minutes into the stream, and it has begun.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Yes. It's an understated intro.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Does it pain you to know someone had to write all the documents in game just for them to be redacted? I mean, not pain, I just support that level of detail. Just noticed something about the title card and I ain't saying shit. That's fair. If you remember what it is once I get to the end, let me know. Game exclusive, game about secret agents. I mean, yeah, I want to know what you've just said, but for both the redacted and what you've noticed. But I appreciate the non-spoilers. This is one... I broke that. It's one of the few games I'd appreciate not being spoiled, if at all possible. Like, if it happens, it's cool, but... Approved terminology reminder. Regarding drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications... Well, what you could do, actually, Guns, is send me a private message and spoiler it and pin it, and then prompt me that it's there. On Discord, that is. Drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words/phrases phrase to use. In the service of his/her country, regret, proud/pride will be remembered. Words/phrases to avoid. Alaska. I mean, who wants to talk about Alaska, really? Scissors, blood/bleed, loss, apologies, and sorry. Did that? Okay, I guess it tells you have one unread if you're reading the unread message. And I occasionally have those moments, Guns. Broke the coffee machine. Also, that noise is really annoying. I mean, I can set a spoilers channel up if you all want me to. If you want to discuss the game that badly. Burr, burr, burr. Because this is going to take a while to play, because I'm going to be looking at everywhere as much as I can. If your coffee is levitating, it's time for decaf. That's true. I mean, obviously it puts a little circle on them, on the collectibles, but I want to read posters and stuff. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment out of the building. Don't read confidential correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. I didn't do that. Someone dropped that in a hurry. Barbara. I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Well, he's the guy who put the gun to his head at the start, so I assume... There's the gunshot. Investigate the noise in the director's office. Office of the Director, Zachariah Trench.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
That's a map. Oh, chat. Obviously, whoever Jesse is talking to is highlighting the things that he wants me to interact with in a very gamey, objectified way. I'm playing God of War Ragnarok off stream just for Angel and I, and they absolutely lampshade exploring for loot and chests and things. Does that Sam Lake? That looks like Sam Lake's forehead. Hey, you don't look great. Only the director can wield the gun slash sword slash intentionally left blank. Your application will be processed.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Sorry, I apologize for missing the first few lines of the board there. I thought it was going to talk it. Redacted spoiler message sent. Really hope message notification respect the spoiler tags, but I sent a test message first. I'm sure it will.
Objects of power can cause or be results
Pretty sure that's what we just watched, but
of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
okay. Well, I'm glad I watched it. If I lose, I'm fired. Cool. Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. Okay. That I can do. Bubblegum slash Polaroid. All slash none of the above. These are the concepts slash tattoos we see in your mind. The service weapon, it has many forms, like the house slash prison you occupy.
The same gun.
Control the gun slash house. Choose to be chosen. House slash prison? Just tell me next time.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
I like the fact that they're referring to, obviously, the oldest house as a prison, and also the gun is the oldest house. Destroy the copy slash target. Earn slash become the position. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn sensitivity down, I think. That is incredibly sensitive. Oh, hang on, no. It's not generic sensitivity. There we go, in aim mode. Let's try 45. Stop moving. I did it. Awfully, but I did it. Service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. Oh yeah. you/we wield the gun/you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Proceed further.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
So, I wield the gun, but the board wields me, and through me it wields the Bureau. Cool. Now, you know what? I don't think it is safe to go. I don't think it is. We're going to stay here, and we're going to have the best of times playing Office Simulator. No lie at all, the weapon fucking slaps. Amazing starting weapon. Well, it's every weapon in the game, isn't it? Oh, with the first sign of Stockholm Syndrome. That's true. Okay, we'll deal with this problem. Damn Bubbles. Spot fucking on that sentence.
What is that?
What about the board?
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Get the fuck away!
Gonna medium range this encounter. Hiss Guard. Field research on Hiss Entity, Hiss Corrupted Security Guard, confidential. Compiled by Emily Pope, Research Specialist. By order of Director Jesse Faden. Hey, that's me. That's who I'm playing as. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss Guards use the standard issue bullpup, which I believe a bullpup is just when the magazine is behind the trigger instead of in front of it. Rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armoured guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss Guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilise hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge of the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. I can see this administration is going to be dealing with a few unlawful termination suits. It is. And I'm correct. I like it when I'm right, but mostly it's just that, you know, I do words for a living. Oh, it would have been so cool if that changed to Jesse Faden. And, you know, when two options are presented in a game like this, I just assume that both are true. I do not have a clearance level. Conceptual material, undefined reading, Cat 137928 executive. I don't know. I mean, I don't have this yet. I assume this would be green if I could go in. Or I would have a pickup.
The hotline.
Oh, yeah.
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Side note?
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Side note, I love it when games give you a map that you can have up while moving through the game. checked this area for collectibles. And looking at that map, I'm gonna need it. Are you gonna... That's a good sound effect when the service weapon flies. There's another one over there somewhere. Still can't use that. I lack the clearance. Check that room. Executive meeting minutes. 2 executive staff from admin subject to executive meeting agenda. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. That's incredibly important. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. I guess all the director portraits are now Jesse. Get wrecked trench. I'm in charge now.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Will do. Service weapon. ID. Service weapon. Object of power 1 KE. Acquisition date 8/4/1964. Containment location. Nah. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description / power utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows power utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. Now, that redacted is a bit long for director. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though the criteria is unknown. I would assume that would say board. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted many forms throughout history. Redacted, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Congratulations, whoever just won 5 points in the Drop Catch game. Oh, and there's so much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2.
Yeah, go back to the pistol talk. I really like using heavy pistols in games. Can I not? I guess no. So the fact they choose to give you a heavy pistol to start the game with, very good. Very bold move, but I'm here for it. I mean, it feels like a heavy pistol, anyway. It has the ammo capacity of like a light pistol, but Feels like a heavy pistol. Is that? Yeah, it's just the... Gave us a mission and recognition, huh? I don't like this ominous hiss ambient soundtrack. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. Reminder regard... Oh, no. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Avoid modern technology. Synchronicity Research Department. That's alright, I can't afford modern technology. Love me a heavy handgun, heavier the better. Get me a S&W 500 and I'm a happy gamer. It's all about the Conifex hand cannon guns. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Spinning out of control? Yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard if interested. See guy in maintenance. Reminder to all staff, food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3-8 has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Socks and ballerinas live at the oldest house. Book club. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Be sure to wash hands carefully with soap. Make sure to wash all fingers, nails, palms, backs, wrists. Rinse thoroughly and dry carefully. Let's say hi and welcome some new people to the oldest house. I assume that's studio members. Don't bring dogs. Please don't bring dogs into the office. Some of us have allergies. Office rules of conduct. 1. Speak in a moderate volume. 2. No personal calls. 3. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. 4. No using the photocopier for personal effects. Or the 3D printer or the bureau stationery. 5. Wear access badge at all times. 6. No discussing confidential projects out loud. 7. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. But if the house shifts and I'm delayed, that's not overtime. Sounds like it's time to call the union. If street cops can arrest people near the end of their shift to milk overtime, if PC agents can get overtime for the house shifting. Checks out. Pneumatic tube checklist. Place your items in the canister. 2. Add foam padding top and bottom if you're sending blood or other specimens in a glass tube. 3. Check the canister is properly locked. 4. Place the locked canister in the tube. 5. Check the location code for the destination. Punch in the code and send the tube. Read and understand operator's manual. And then there's a list of first aid. First aid is there. Obviously I'm trying to just explore everywhere, so this is going to be one long playthrough. If it starts running too long, I may turn on like a damage multiplier just to make things a bit easier to get through the game while still enjoying the story and lore. I'm going to poke the shelter, why not? I like how there's a lot of anechoic padding, soundproof padding everywhere. Gosh dang it. I want to read the things. AWE investigation. 2H Marshall from Elkeenham. Subject, another dud. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dry before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or, you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're off en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Oh, in case anyone has forgotten who saw the Alan Wake playthrough, remember that there was a letter from the FBC to the Sheriff from Bright Falls on her desk that they added in the remaster of Alan Wake. I checked over here, right? Yes. Oh. Fun times. Central Executive. I know that's what it is. The game told me.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babbles.
Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. Do you, though? If they do not leave, ask them these questions. 1. Are you here to see someone? 2. Are you from New York City or just visiting? 3. How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious.
Contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers by order of Emily Pope, research specialist. Examination of paranatural topics, urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Oh, that's absolutely the one from Alan Wake. Oh, shoot, I can't remember his name. It's not the Twilight Zone, that's the one in real life. It's like Midnight something? I don't know. That's too short, actually, that Redacted. Anyway, once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Starlight? No. Anyway, certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWs that only occur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human Redacted through 2 punctures on the Redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4936942. Nice, for full report. I'm going to have to restrain the urge to read collectibles immediately if someone's talking because it overrides the subtitles. I apologize. I assume that's just music. Came out there. Open over, I suppose. Oh, that's a slightly heavier armored person. Just run. Just run. I think there's one more. Regenerate faster! Ah! Just that guy left. I died. That is very red. Hydrate, you're right, Kiwi. I should. I don't like the red, gonna be honest. I really struggle to see it. I'm back here. Cool. Do I have all of the... Collectibles. Yes, the Urban Legends one was right there.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Can I? You have grenades? How rude. Please share with the class. Not by throwing them, you understand, by letting me use grenades instead. Where did you go? I've got cover and high ground, punk. Why are you not moving?
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Was that a force push?
Cleanse the control point.
I think these grenades
What
went
does
the
that mean?
force. That's a good point.
Help me fix it.
I mean, it's just the melee attack. Grip is reliable, semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short and long range. Damage boost while at low health. Sure, why not? Health recovery per element pickup, 21%. Sure, why not? That'll help. Please make it stop being red now. It hurts my eyes. So much better. Makes my eyes feel weird.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau?
I am the Bureau.
Are you still sane?
Pope. There's costumes, and I don't have any to start with. Fine.
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
I'll get you, Pope, don't worry.
Is it safe to come out?
Cafeteria, Nostalgia Department. That's where Resident Evil 4 is kept. Communications Department, Dead Letters. Nice singer. Thanks, Guns. I appreciate it. Oh, it was me. I was like, there's a person in there. Nope. It was absolutely the ray trace reflection of Jesse. I assume that's an object of power. Are all the little dots on the ground? Well, I assume they're for healing and stuff. I can't pick them up, so... Probably realised I can't go in the clearance level 3 door. Unless there were dots on the ground in here I didn't see. Yeah. Obviously, I'm looking for collectibles before I go talk to the... There's me? The nice lady in the intercom. Can I push these? Nah. Just can't Kirby the dots, they aren't important. That's what I'm working on. Yeah, I see. Got nothing.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Word travels quickly within the Bureau.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already.
I can give them their shots.
She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
Cleanse the Hiss corrupted agent. Control points. Examination of paranatural topics. Oh, compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers, by order of Emily Pope, research specialist. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Refer to file 7.25.27.88 for full report. Oh, they're bunks. I thought they were tables, but they're totally bunks. Where's there a baby silhouette on the shadow on the floor? Pope, what did you do? Control point. Control. There.
Come on.
Yeah, she's dead.
Didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist by order of director Jesse Faden. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted agent, confidential. Summary. I haven't turned the webcam back on because I suspect another cutscene will happen, by the way. Summary. The Hiss manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Yeah, that's pretty notable, actually, just floating there in midair. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behaviour. They only seem interested in vocalising the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter the next stage of their evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear before perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file redacted for a full report. Emily, you just...
Jesse, over here.
You just made me kill a person?
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I'm back. This case drains me. That was an hour of talking in circles with the parent. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that, Ari. Not aggressive, bro. They are literally boosting the Hiss to spread. That's the most dangerous. That's true. Anyway. And yeah, so sorry, Ari. Obviously, we'll help if we can.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
God, that reverb is so good.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
Yeah, Ari, like, if you don't feel like you have to trauma dump, but if we can help, you clearly need to talk about it to someone, to deal with it. So, as Gunn said, my DMs are open as well.
Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
In the meantime,
Thanks, Emily.
give me that lore.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
Nah, it's New York. It's just weird.
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Okay, it is just New York. You don't have to go that far, Emily.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
So I'm just working on the assumption that whatever happened 17 years ago in Ordinary bound Jessie to some kind of extra dimensional entity. And that's who she's talking to.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Ari, this
Got
is
it.
basically
Thanks.
SCPs, yes. The Bureau of Control is basically the SCP Foundation, but with physical objects rather than creatures. Obviously, some creatures do come into the Bureau, but...
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
And my face is back. Thank you for the lore dump, Emily Pope. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
I'm sure my chat appreciates it as well. I know I got a whole bunch of collectibles to read as well. Welcome back, Bub's face. Thanks, Aaron. My face says hello. Mission. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry, I love it when games give you a recap of what you've done. I wish more games did give you a recap of what you've done previously. Unread. Portrait of the only person you should fail is yourself. Zachariah Trench. Time to leave. I assume it's whatever entity is stuck in Jesse's head is doing the tutorial, doing the objectives as well.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
And giving her the force powers. Push the fingers. Pharmacy sounds like a fun man. Okay, I was hoping they wouldn't see me. They saw me. Travel costs, week 83 report. Summary, visited the following Nevada accommodations. Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures, accommodation $831.29, meals $714.84, gasoline $295.12, minibar. Asterisk, the boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskies is my ritual. I feel that. $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. So, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is set... No, in LA, not Vegas. Never mind, ignore me. Although there is a motel in Bloodlines called Ocean View, but that is set on the coast, I believe. I believe LA is coastal. I could be wrong. I don't know American geography. Help, Americans! Prove me wrong. Alright. Ooh, sticky blood. Not that way.
Yes, it's overpowering here.
You
You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Easter content. I love the Ocean View motel sequence in Bloodlines. Like, I don't even really want Bloodlines 2. I just want, which if that ever comes out at this point, I'll be incredibly surprised. I just want them to fix Bloodlines. Just remake Bloodlines, please. Just, you know, without the issues. Give me health. I need health. I shot that man in the face and his health bar halved. Oh, I thought everyone was dead. Bloodlines is great. The first 2/3 of Bloodlines is great anyway. The last third is kind of meh. You can tell they ran out of time. Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist, board of director Jesse Faden. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss barrier, confidential. Summary. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other, non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fail. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Referred file redacted for full report. Interesting fact, Bloodlines has Python 2.4 embedded in it to handle the plot dependency graph, so you can do all sorts of fun things since you can edit the files. Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't sound good. So that's... Oh, that's just extra health, I see. Less ammo. And that's different weapon type. I'm good with the low on health thing, I think. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on it. Hey chat, I got turned around during all of that. Came down over. Federal Bureau of Control, please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference shot, green, stable. Yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shift. Orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. About how amazing this game's ambience is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is that a collectible over there? Oh, there we go. Another toilet. You know, just what you find in the men's. That's right. How do I... Nope.
When you hear this, you will know you're in
Nah. Nothing there right now. I guess I'll go through this door, as I think it's the only place I can go. There's another control point. Dead letters. Machine God, I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body. Like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on this envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Praise the Omnissiah. Yep. This world building would work really well for Chronicles of Darkness God Machine setting. I'll say it. Everything links back to the Chronicles of Darkness eventually. I have picked up a cart. It's kind of stuck on my hitbox. Oh, fixed itself. Sorry, I need to raise the brightness. This is absurd. That didn't help. That just raised the gamma. I guess this is the best I've got. Singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem, and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife when I'm singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button. But it's got the devil in it. Flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says a lot of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Hopefully it's not too dark on stream. I've done the best I can. To Z Trench from Pete Bartwell, subject department approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloguing the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. P. Bartwell, this seems like the kind of place that the dead letters will delve into you. Do as you're told. Don't eat mold. Even the smallest amount of mold can cause serious harm. Contact security immediately. There has to be a control point over there. Fix all of this access. Where are they? Sir, you have a shield. That is quite clearly cheating. I do not have a shield, therefore you may not be. You are not allowed. Sounds like a skill issue, TBH. Nah, you listen here, Guns. You come to my channel, you insult my skill. No, I'm awful at video games, I know this. I am not great at games. I probably should turn aim assist on, but I just don't like it. That's a personal thing. There's a chest up there. I see. Dang right, come to your channel and lovingly give you a go. Oh, as long as lovingly, it's fine. That changes everything. Oh, hey, look, a control point. I was right. Fix that dead letters archive, Jesse. Cleanse control points to gain access to fast travel sites throughout the office house. That's where I came in. So I'm just obviously looking for collectibles at this point.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Imagine if I went there.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
Oh my god.
Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
80 kilobytes.
This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Not a cup. Yeah, but can I get telekinesis? Please and thank you. Okay, I didn't expect that to work. I thought that'd be an object I wouldn't be able to climb. I'll be honest. I thought that was a come back later situation. I know there's a hover. Thanks, guns. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 PM on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. Jim Bart? Is that important? Is that a person of note?
She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
I really appreciated that slow turn to the camera at the end from Meg there. What is the city? Who knows? I mean, maybe they just mean New York. Someone was having a good time watching the Threshold Kids. Because that feels like a thing, capital T, like the oldest house. Yeah, it could be that. Could be one of the places the oldest house goes to, maybe? Are you telling me, Guns? Are you telling me you've played this game before, but you've never gone through all the lore? Do we need to lore shame you? Are you a fake fan? I don't actually believe in fake fans, by the way, just to clarify that. Level of insults here is truly inspiring. It's true. It's true. I know I've been through these rooms, I was just seeing if anything had changed. You know, since if anything changed when I cleansed the control point. Am I checking? I feel like I checked in here. Well, there's no collectible, so I must have done. All the lore? I guess we'll get through a fraction of it by next decade. Hey, look, okay, there's a lot of stuff to read. I did 2 things, redacted, and I have ADHD, so my memory is trash. That's fair. I was just giving you loving guff. Upstairs communications. I'm going to keep the objective there at all times, by the way, because I will absolutely... God, are you sending letters? Because I'll forget what to do otherwise. And I'll also forget that I can turn the objective on. Welcome to the comms department. People at August House. These are all the same. These are all the same posters. Made one asset. Ah, someone dropped the hot sauce again. The map's fine, but the inability to swap between layers is kind of annoying. Like, it just makes it far more confusing than it needs to be. You know, it'd be awesome. Replace the murmuring in the background with Shodan's voice. Yeah, I could see that. Because I don't know if I have to go up. I'm going to check up first. That paid off. Internet usage rules. 1. Internet is not for social media use. 2. No FBC materials of any kind may be scanned or uploaded. 3. FBC email addresses are for work-related correspondence only. 4. Level 5 clearance required to access internet. 5. If a cubicle's BlackRock shell gets damaged, vacate it immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. 6. If you notice any text in your work that you do not recall writing, vacate your cubicle immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. 7. Do not connect internal comm devices to the network. 8. Printer is for communications department use only. 9. Altered items are forbidden in the cubicles. 10. Notify security of any breaches immediately. They may require internal lockdown. And they have sealed that door well and truly. I wonder if there's full damage. Oh. Ah, the ray tracing is so good. I'm gonna guess I can't go that way. Before I head into pneumatics. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Saturday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favourite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Henderson. Trying to read what it said on the on the back of the bunk. I guess technically the bottom of the bunk. Well, you died, my friend. It's the only place I can go anyway, so.
Object of power. Looks like the Hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Oh, I can crouch. terrain is destructible. Oh, I got trapped. Where do I go? I assume over here. It's the disc. The floppy disk / nuke can be bound to gain launch / telekinesis. Teach us to believe, director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Rip you indeed, Guns. Rip you indeed. I am sorry to hear it. Launch / align the cube / thingamajig into the hole / slots to advance / score. Destroy / copies. Destroy the copies / fake / ability / gift / burden. I assume it's just kill them with. That's very satisfying, I will admit. That's what energy is. The hiss / noise is boring into our astral plane / secret base. You must stop / mute them, director. The floppy disk is now bound / delivered. The hiss / antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Use launch against shields. Okay, you can launch a lot of stuff. I missed. Okay, well. Who's gonna get a table to the face? Who's the lucky recipient of our latest prize draw? It might be this individual. Oh, no, it's you. Sir, high explosives, not cricket. Okay, now I'm not being assaulted constantly. Oh, I had a collectible I picked up as well. A free table at my favourite restaurant? How could I refuse? Exactly. You know how good that would be. Floppy disk OOP5KE acquisition date 3/11/1974. Containment location redacted. Floppy disk OOP5KE. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description/power utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows power utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more, point 15 for more information. The object is currently bound to redacted for research purposes. Background: stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. And I watched those. So I guess that's why everything has physics, because I can pick pretty much everything up. Oh, it's a monitor. It's still turned on, even though it's no longer plugged in. I lack the security clearance for that door. And I ran around this place pretty comprehensively. Okay. No. Hiss Ranger, Emily Pope, compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist by order of director Jesse Faden. Summary: the Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons, as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for full report. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted demolition expert, confidential, compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist by order of director Jesse Faden. Summary: the Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile weapons and materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives and dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for full report. I know, obviously, my my hunt for lore is not to everyone's taste. I went in that one. But I'm doing it anyway.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
If the door's blocked, I'm just going to assume there's something behind it. Really? Just one chest? Okay, well. Better than nothing, I guess.
This is redacted. Repeat the word. The name of the sound resonates in
I assume these assets are used for something later in the game. Gosh, I hope they're in crafting.
You taking your boss with your boss with you. All air must be eaten.
Ah! Federal Bureau of Control. Re-information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears, desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming, was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redact it. So, another AWE behind us and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted, redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Breaking all of the walls. I'll be honest, this map is useless. I have to go that way. The mail room. So what's up here? A fight! Wonderful. Ow! Okay, I got too close and he bopped me. Oh, really? Penalization for deaths? Really? God damn it. Remedy, why would you do that? Hate it when games take away currency because you died. I don't like... What does it even serve? I've never understood that purpose. Outside of, obviously, arcade games. Obviously, they want you to pay more to keep playing. So at that point, it's just predatory.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
No, I came this way. Did I come this way? Oh. It was up here I went. I'm gonna deal with that room. I saw that thing appear in the hood. I assume there's something I can do there. Right, back in this room. I see, he has a lot of health. There's the ranger. Okay, problem solved. Data breach. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Summary. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Stroytjans, Rubens Nogueira, Otto Kolimaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jaakko Saarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Can I... Okay, I guess I'm relying on the autosave that happens pretty frequently. That door is sealed. Can't jump high enough to climb on top. I have no security clearance, so that door remains locked to me. Aha! Clearance level 1. While I'm here, actually. Energy gain from headshots. Eh.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. And this is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's Suspicion Con. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
But, what do I do if my toaster is possessed? Because I like toast. Not gonna lie. I do enjoy toast. That's pretty cool. Little privacy screen. Okay, there's a control point. The lights are off in this toilet, I guess. There's a mop. Okay, so that's, I assume, the room I have to go through. I think there was a security clearance door up here, like... Is it this one up here? Federal Bureau of Control. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining... Oh, sorry. To A. Tomasi from H. Marshall. Subject, proper distinction of lockdown types. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted by the directorial override in maintenance, once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach, based on some complicated system that security and research snap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall. Okay, there must be something I can do here either later in the game. But I saw that it said hidden location. I should have visited that control point before poking the strange purple goop. So
Emily said that
what I'm going to do is I'll poke that control point to reset where I respawn. So I need to go in there.
This must open the door.
Guy's missing a jaw. Oh, well, that's not good. And then go back up there to see if I need to do it again to get the hidden location. I guess mailroom is where I am, and then dead leftist is the one I keep spawning at. Central executive is the one. Okay, now I've poked that. And before I go to do more plot. Did I just pull up the ground? Okay. That was the ghost one. That's that one. I need to check. Okay, so I have claimed whatever was in that box. It's in my inventory. That's all I was checking. So I assume that that also means that I've kept the hidden location as well. Okay, so I know I need to go in there. I'm assuming that the door up here is just a first floor access to the mail room. Why do you keep spawning? Interesting. Anyway. Oh, I can only access it through the... I assume it is first floor access, but you have to open the door down here first. That makes sense. Mail room. Big boss fight vibe.
Fly
Yep.
now. Great.
Wow, he absolutely led that target. I need help. Ow. Oh my god, dude, please stop. Okay, he is an a-hole of the highest caliber. I'm going to lose a lot of money here because, you know, I'm not great at video games. Congratulations to everyone. 5 points in the jump catch game. Enjoy them. Spend them wisely. Hear me get salty about being punished for being bad at video games and video games.
They can fly now. Great.
Okay, I guess I have to just juke. Oh, that wasn't worth it. That was not worth it. My god, this game. Why the difficulty spike? Can you throw his projectiles back at him? I mean, I'm trying, but the way that you like the game determines what object you pick up is kind of random.
They can fly now. Great.
And also, like, if you're out of energy, you're out of energy. You're not going to... You can't use... Hey, stop. Although it does, to some extent, auto-aim with thrown objects, which is nice. No, I didn't grab the right thing there. So you might be able to throw the things back at him. It's just kind of luck whether or not you do. Shoot. Stop what you're doing. And then if you get hit once, that's basically all your health gone. So that's great. Okay, he pieces out at a certain health threshold. Hiss elevated. Compiled by Pope research specialist by order of director Jesse Faden. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss elevated agent. Summary: Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau Para-Utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their objects while others targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevator due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file redacted for.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Oh, he'll absolutely be back. He did not die.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
More importantly, health. Yep, let's lure back into there. Obviously looking for collectibles at this point. Or health. Health would be nice too. But there's some of that down here. Don't need to go back to the control point because it saves my progress, not my location. Those doors. Hotline chamber is to the left. The sign helpfully says. Yeah, I don't think there's any collectibles in here. I think it's just a boss room. Oh no, he went into the hotline chamber. Cool. ID AWE17. Event date 9/23/1992. Event location Butte, Montana. Butte. Altered World Event 17. Event summary. Spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity, located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Check the outside of the room.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comm.
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Alberto Tomasi. Collect 40 collectibles already. Heck yes.
The hiss got him.
They did, and then he went up. Accidental butt shot there, I apologize.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Tomasi, you done goofed. Okay.
The hotline can't be far now.
Sounds like it might be ringing, actually. This was an actual story about events in Cuba, FYI. I figured it probably was, but thank you for confirming. Congratulations, whoever just won 5 points in the jump catch game. I might look at those events. Hotline chamber. Just becomes a top-down view. More about the Butte incident, AW 17-923-92. Details. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel, named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. News stories about sonic weaponry attract my attention. That's fair. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Dolling presentation 24.3 for more details. Restricted area, no unauthorized personnel beyond this point. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Director Trench and Bill Everett. And Carol Bishop. Okay. Whoever Carol Bishop is.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Director use only. Well, if I'm the director, I don't have to stand there. I will stand here. Notice. Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst, light switch. The law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must aura and anchor motel to their personal frequencies. So if the rule of 3 applies... Obviously, I have to do it 3 times. Okay, I assume it's just this bit that changed.
been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
I would assume that this is the archetypal motel, from which all of the motels are drawn. This is the platonic ideal of a motel. I ring the bell for service. Please don't give me ideas for Amber. Do it.
Hello? Anyone here?
I mean, the door opened. I assume I have to open the right door. Locked in a perpetual sunset.
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Oh, it's just resets. Okay. Time to go. I didn't think I'd be able to leave through the front door, but it's always worth checking. Heck yeah. I think we'll answer the phone, talk to the ex-director, and then probably wrap up for the day. Just going to assume cutscene. The hotline Seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. Okay, it is not a cutscene, it is a challenge. Well, that looks bad. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. I want to contact that one, though. No, I don't think I do. Long distance calls cost more than local calls, though? I mean, they do. I'm not sure they're paying for this call. All things considered. Well done, /dial, director. You can contact us /past selves in the hotline /collectibles menu. We expect compulsive /weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
I just unlocked a whole bunch of collectibles though.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. A traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Trench was in a good place then.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I.
We've had that one.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
When a casino is a familiar friend to you, you'll likely need help. I think Trench was in need of help, although obviously there's no evidence of a casino in the motel. But there we go, it's just in the name.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Man, you got worn down by the job. And obviously the paranoia. You are the director now. We expect independence, dependence. You are authority, chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Okay. What fourth wall? That was the game title. It's all over now. It really is. It really is. What else is there? I don't think I've watched this.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Boom, boom, boom. Hotline. ID hotline OOP3UE. Acquisition date 8/9/1965. Containment location hotline chamber executive sector. Containment procedure. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description / power utility. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to test it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Gonna go back to the boardroom and then save before talking to Emily. This is new. Oh, it just loops around. That's cool. At the director's office. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us, as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honoured to tell you that he died in service to his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Did I just blank on those other doors being open in the director's office? Because that seems completely in keeping. In character, sorry. Absolutely I did. Whoops. Clearance level 4. Hey my guy. How you doing? You're welcome for, you know, saving everyone. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Have I not been up here before? I guess not. It's cool music, but it's not really what I'm doing right now. Technological restrictions. Compiled by Dr. Carla Vaughan and Dr. Hubert Tan, research specialists, by order of Dr. Casper Dolling, head of research. Examination of paranatural topics. Technological limitations of the oldest house. Summary. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to file 419-1935 for full report. That a go back? Ooh. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go all the way down this left-hand side and check all the rooms. That one. And then I'll turn around and do the right-hand side. This is self-contained. Really? There's nothing in here? In short, consensus is real. Yes, very much so. I guess there's nothing for me to do in here? Did they just put a room in for verisimilitude? Because that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously there might be some things to do in here later, I guess. But right now there's no prompts for me to interact with anything, so I guess I'll leave. Weird. Like, it's not like it's subtle with the here's a thing you can interact with prompt. Okay, that's that side of the of this upper floor. That was clearance level 4. This. I'm not actually going to talk to Emily, as I said. I'm just going to clear out all of this stuff up here and poke the control point to reset my my location when I load the game next. Compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers, or by order of Emily Pope, research specialist. Examination of paranatural topics, collective unconscious. Summary. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Young Report, page 12 to 34. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images, shared by a massive population, is redacted in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. Refer to file 5417532 for full report. Okay. So either I never went through that door, which is entirely possible, or those collectibles appeared afterwards. Self-contained room. Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist by order of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Objects of power and their para-utility. Summary. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of redacted, while others are only capable of as little as redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some redacted exist within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to the file 854-1982 for full report. Make my way down this side. This is where management has their office, I guess, if this is the boardroom. Maybe? I don't know. I'm merely hypothesizing at this point. And I've been in executive affairs, because that's how I got into this area, I believe. Yes, because that's just the central area there. Well, this is the only one I can change my outfit at. Anyway, that will have reset my position, so I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you've all enjoyed the opening hours of Control. I'm enjoying it so far. I can see it's going to get frustrating at points, but hey, what game doesn't? I don't know when the next stream will be, probably Friday, but I don't want to commit to anything in case mental health prevents me from doing so, or deadlines or other factors. But I will see you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed. I appreciate the support. I'll be active on my Discord server next week, no doubt. But until next time, please do stay safe. Please do stay healthy. Please do stay wholesome, and I'll see you around. Much love. Goodbye.